But now I feel that, I'm in the driver's seat now. I am the champ. So, you know what? And if you want to sign on the dotted line, you got to take the drug test now.
And without naming names, how many people do you think that you fought might have been using?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Thanks.
This interview is brought to you by Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. It's Radio Rahim with Timothy Bradley. Hey,
What's
Tim,
up,
it's been more about you, the lead up to this fight, than your opponent. It seems like people are eager to see what you're going to bring after your Pacquiao fight. When you were in here last, you had something to prove. You went out there and got the decision, but it didn't feel like people gave you the credit for that decision. So now, what do you feel like it's going to take on March 16th to win the fans over and get the credit you feel you deserve?
Well, I think what the fans need to see is they need to see some knockouts. I'm not a huge puncher, but I can fight, and I need to stop, just beating up these guys. I need to get these guys up out the ring, and I think, the fans want to see entertainment, and, I got to bring the intensity, man, and definitely give them entertainment.
Now, you mentioned that the fans want to see knockouts. That's always true. You're not known as a knockout artist, so what are you doing differently in this camp to bring those knockouts about?
Well, I've been really focusing on my technique. I went back, analyzed analyzed myself, my training, everything that I, do during training, and you know what? I came up with, technique. I rush a lot of shots most of the time. The power is there. I'm strong. I'm a strong guy, man. I can bench over 300 pounds. I'm strong, but I lack a little bit in technique. And Joel and I, my team and I, we've been working on the technique, and we see the difference. We see the difference in practice, and Ruslan is going to feel the difference in the ring, I promise you.
Now, we all saw your extensive training camp for the Pacquiao fight on 24/7. Everyone was impressed with how committed you are, how long your training camps are. But with this layoff, did you train the whole time? Are you getting back in the ring just for this fight? How did you deal with such a long layoff, not just physically but mentally, with all the politics and stress that went into that?
Well, I'm always training. I took a couple of months off after the fight, because I was very immobile. But when I was able to get back on my feet again, I started training again with my strength and conditioning trainer. And so we've been going probably since September. We've been training since September together. So I always try to do something, during the off time. I had a long layoff to, allow me to be able to think, and the ability to actually assess myself and spend a lot of time with my family. So, thank God for the layoff, and I'm glad to be back.
And as conditioning goes, you just mentioned the drug testing for this fight. You insisted on that. You say you haven't started yet, but yeah, the statement you just made was that you feel like you've been in with guys who are essentially cheating before. What makes you feel that way?
Well, I don't think you're clean until you take the test. I know in the past I haven't took the test, but now that there is testing that's available, I feel that athletes need to start using it, especially in boxing. I feel in order to clean up the sport and to definitely have every fighter, like Floyd says, on the even playing field, because I'm working hard. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm running 6, 7 miles in the morning, and this guy, he's running 3 miles, but he's using performance enhancement drugs. So he's able to recover a lot faster and work harder and recover faster and get a huge gains in short amount of time. So I think that's very unfair. I don't like it. I don't like cheaters, and doing the drug testing is the way to weed out the cheaters. And just be real.
Did you see that kind of evidence in the Pacquiao fight?
No. Pacquiao felt normal to me. He didn't feel like he was just had freaky, crazy power or speed. He felt normal. It felt like after the first round, I was like, oh, this is it. After the first round, I was like, oh, this is the best fighter in the world. Okay, all right, cool. It wasn't a big deal to me. It wasn't a big deal to me. Pacquiao wasn't a big deal to me. The fact that I had injuries, that I suffered injuries during the fight, that's what altered my performance and altered what I was planning on to do. and that's plain and simple.
And last question on that subject, what is the main reason why the rematch didn't happen? Did it have anything to do with you requesting drug testing? Did it have, what was it, politics, money? Why didn't that rematch come about?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Now, as far as knockouts go, you've been using, Grant gloves. Are you changing your gloves? Are you at all changing anything technical about what you're going to do in there that you think can advantage you?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm not sure which glove I'm going to use yet, but it doesn't matter. I don't think gloves really play a factor on punching power, believe it or not. So, but I'm not sure which glove I'm going to use yet.
And lastly, Timothy, to the doubters, to those who don't believe you won the Pacquiao fight, to those who may not feel like you can, deliver on the promises you're making right now, can you speak directly to them and let them know what they can expect on March 16th?
March 16th, don't miss the fight. It's me versus Ruslan Provodnikov. Stay tuned because I know you will be watching. So check me out March 16th.
Radio Rahim with Timothy Bradley. Good luck, man.
Thank you.